Hey, today's going to be kind of a different video, but it's actually kind of a fun video. We spent 3 days in Las Vegas and not to gamble. We went there to eat and, walk around, do some stuff. End of the year, it's been a rough year for us. As far as, I've been working a lot. Anyway, so it was like a reward. So in Las Vegas, there are a ton of places you can shoot firearms and get training on military type weapons. But I found a place called Battlefield, and they've even got another place. They'll pick you up at your hotel if you don't have a car, so don't worry about that. So they've got another site to where they even got helicopters. You can use an M60 out of a helicopter and fly around and shoot like you're flying around in Vietnam. And so they've got tanks. They got flamethrowers. That's something new they added. If you want to shoot a flamethrower, you can go there. Now, we chose the inside. We went there on Saturday afternoon. It was packed. So I went to them, talked to them nicely. Hey, I'd like to film this. When's the best time for me to come? They said, come Sunday morning, which was, we were going to be there anyway. 9:30, we open up. Everybody sleeps in on Sundays. And we'll get you in and it'll be easy peasy. So when we got there, we were second people there. And these people were so nice. There's a bunch of rules. You go online, you got to read them. About being a felon, they check your ID, blah, 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 blah. When I had my ID open, they noticed that I was listed to where I was a first responder. So they gave you a discount. They gave me 15% off both packages, all right? So I think they also do it private military, first responders. Just ask when you get there and go with what they say, all right? So the gal behind the counter was wonderful. She asked what packages we wanted. And, my wife watches a lot of movies. And she thinks that you can shoot why didn't the cops shoot the gun out of the criminal's hand? So I wanted to teach her kind of a lesson. There was something behind this, all right? Now, background as far as firearms, my brother and I used to be both gun dealers. My brother, when he was 12, I think, he was classified as an expert. I was classified, I'm 3 years younger, so I was a pro marksman. But I'm also impaired in my right eye, right? It's basically like I'm seeing, I got lower vision, and it's like I'm looking through a pair of sunglasses on my right eye. That's how I've been all my life, right? So, on a pistol, I still shoot with my prominent right eye, okay? And I cheat on a pistol. As far as a rifle, I shoot left eye dominant, all right? So that means the stock's going to be on my shoulder, my left side. Chime in here if you're a shooter, because if you are a left-sided shooter on a rifle, your shell's projecting across your face. So on a saw, a light machine gun, what is projecting across you while you're shooting, right? So I'll just give you something with that. Or an M4 or whatever. I'm not going to go through the calibers of guns. You can pick a package that you want to shoot. But I really wanted to shoot the saw. The reason why is my both brother-in-laws, they did tours in Iraq and Afghanistan. And one predominantly carried a saw, and he told me he did, and a saw weighs 17 pounds without the ammunition, so it's a heavy weapon, okay, to be carrying around. So I wanted to feel what he was doing. So I'm going to start off me shooting I think it's a SIG 9mm pistol. And then we'll go from there to where I'll show you the HK. And HK had a silencer on it too. So we'll go from there.
Guys, ready? All right. Do we have everything? We'll get out of here. All right. How was that? All right. Nicely done.
job. Nicely done. All center mass.
I gotta say something. That instructor, he's former Army. I'm not gonna give you his name. This guy was fantastic. I mean, his direction, his skill. If you notice when he took the firearm away from me, how professional he was. And he instructed you how to do it. So that way, when my wife was doing it, she knew how to hand it back to him safely. And don't go to one of these places or go any of these shooting places like that if you're kind of a nut, if you're sloppy. All right, you need to be able to pay attention. You're playing around with something serious, and you need to give your instructor your full attention. If you heard at the end, he said, I hit all center mass, you know. So now we're going to move over, and I'm going to show you, I'm shooting the HKG 36, I think it is. It's got a silencer on it. I got to admit to you, I liked that it was a silencer. And I liked that it was a well-built firearm. It just wasn't for me. I mean, it's 9mm, and I was off a little bit. I maybe with more time with that weapon in my hand, I would have become a little bit better with it. But I center massed them all, but I just didn't feel like I was hitting it the way I wanted to hit. How's that? All right. So I'll show you this one.
Harrison, can you go grab me a bucket?
Bucket? Awesome. How was that?
Now the HK, there's no kick to it. I shot it on burst and single shot, and you know what? To you guys that are good at it, you know, SWAT team guys, stuff like that, God bless you. Maybe if I have some kind of different sights on it, I could have really enjoyed the weapon some more. What I enjoyed that it was just quiet, silenced, or suppressed. Anyway, you saw the shells, how they ricochet off the wall and stuff like that. So now I think we're going to the M4. All right, and the M4 had a short range scope on it, and actually I liked it. Actually, I was popping them like you wouldn't believe it. I mean, I was happy. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah. Who else would like to shoot? Who else would like to shoot? Yeah, that's me. Name, boss. Aaron. Name. Jeffrey. Right away. Right. Yeah. Hey, just give me makes a 416 that's similar to this. Osama bin Laden with, and it actually worked, as you can tell. There's a lot. We have one actually here. Shoots 5.56 as well. Yeah. So do we have this now? Oh.
No, I mean the HK. That's a 9.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, now last we're going to the Saw, okay? The M249 Light machine gun. I'm going to show you a little clip first, a movie clip that's actually done right and how the person holds the weapon. And then you'll watch how this guy instructs me to hold a weapon and why. All right? This was an extremely, if you go to this place, you always want to try to shoot a saw, but also I want you to do this. I had somebody comment earlier, and the comment disappeared on a short I did about this, about shooting off more than 5 rounds, blah, blah, blah. I was shooting this weapon for accuracy, not for cover fire, but I was trying to see how accurate I could be with this weapon with 3 to 5 round bursts, okay? And you'll see at the end, if we could see when I zoom up my target, I put a still of what I punched out with just the saw, okay? So we'll hang around. Let's do the movie clip first.
Also chambered in 5.57, just like before. It weighs 17.6 pounds. Right here, and magazine fed. Belt fed here. An Uzi real quick. This one shoulder here. Right foot forward, left leg back. Turn around here. Your right leg, your palm facing down here. And your elbow will be tucked as much as you can in. The thing about this is for right-handed shooting. This is primarily shot. If you take a look at the wall, every other wall, that's what it does to the wall, how fast it comes out. So if you're left-handed, what it does is it'll bounce off, and if you stick it out, it'll cut your arm. So I'm going to have you tuck it in, and it'll just go past it. Right cheek or left cheek down, red dot on the shoulder. You could burn it with the light, or you can trigger the entire time. You're ready. Put the palm right there. All 4 fingers on the trigger. Your thumb. Aim at your guy. All you have to do is aim your sights. Yeah, right. Yeah, especially with the circular brace, almost no recoil. The 1903 is a little harder than
All right, real quick. I know guns are not for everybody, and that's totally wrong. I mean, to each their own. I'm not a gun fanatic, and I haven't shot, honestly, in about 10 years. So I didn't do too bad for a half-blind guy shooting who's rusty as you know what. Listen, if you go to Las Vegas, I'm going to give you some advice, all right? If you get drunk or something like that, or you find yourself lost, find yourself back to the major strip. If you wander off that strip a few blocks, there's a totally different world out there waiting on you. I know, because I went out at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm the kind of guy who gets up early in the morning, and I had to get something to eat. So I cruised around, found a 24-hour McDonald's on the way back, took some side streets to my hotel, and I said, am I in a third world out here? So there's some very iffy characters out there. Be careful, enjoy yourself, enjoy your family. Happy New Year. See you on the next one.